I bet. So I've been playing this game since like I don't know March when I resumed university, like college or university, whatever you want to call it. But I actually go to university. But nonetheless, I've been in this. I've been enjoying this game, Club Soccer Director 2021. You can download it for free on Google Play Store. You can also download it on iOS. Nonetheless, you see what I did there? I've been enjoying this game. I've been learning the nitty bitty grits. So basically, I love playing the second choice when they say choose a club. And if you've seen on my WhatsApp status on my YouTube, no, I've not yet posted this on my YouTube. It's mostly people on my WhatsApp that see it. Maybe I'll start posting it on Instagram. I don't know. Man, maybe I'll create another account for that. But nonetheless, that's not important. I've been enjoying this game for a while, and this is my most successful, in my opinion, because the other ones I've not really done so much. I remember playing with Arsenal, winning the Europa League, then moving to Cologne, where they sacked me early. I went to Mexico in Tigres, then I now went to Leipzig, where I ultimately failed. I know that wasn't like, but this is my most successful, as you can see. I've been playing this Roma one. I mean, I was doing another one that was also relatively good, but not as good as this. So with Roma, I've been playing the Roma one since like mid-April, mid-April, and this has been my best, as you can see. With Roma, this is my stats for Roma. As you can see, I played 160 matches, 189, drew 24, lost 47. Losing is very, very easy in this game. Winning is very, very hard to come by. And I'm surprised with Porto, it just became easier, even though they were like not in Europe. They weren't in anything. I just signed like a couple of young players and they just grew. And I loaned in one Diego. I mean, you'll see my squad. Yeah, you see, this is my highest attendance, my biggest win, my biggest loss, my highest goal scored. That was the first season, and then he retired. And then you see, the most goals I scored was in my last season. These goals conceded was in my last season. Mancini, highest appearances. Look at that. Garcia, I loved him to stay in my Roma team to like the end of time, but the fans didn't like him, so I sacked him. Employ Valverde to just keep me in drawing, and because I remember when I was in Gelsenkirchen in another game, like I was enjoying my stay with Gelsenkirchen, and I used him Valverde to start with Gelsenkirchen. I sack Wagner, then employ Valverde. I keep myself in mid-table status. So basically, what I used him for is to like keep myself in the top four, which I did, playing Champions League next season. But in that first season, I also signed Sola, sold Smalling. Look at that, my working winning streak was 5. My longest unbeaten streak was 10. Look at that, Mourinho. That was my stats for Roma. You see, let me show you my trophies. Yeah, this is for Portugal, Italy. Yeah, I won 2 Coppa Italia. That's in my second season and my last season. And then I won the Europa League in my last season as well. Then for PSV Eindhoven, I absolutely bottled everything, bruh. Like every single fucking thing, bruh. Like, number one, you can see Betis. That was my highest attendance. My biggest win was Rotterdam. You can see, funny enough, my biggest loss was actually 2-0 with PSV Eindhoven. I didn't win a single trophy. I bottled the league. I bottled the League Cup. I bottled the Europa League. Everything was like in the final, bruh. Like everything was the last game of each tournament. I just bottled it. The only thing that I won was like the Super Cup, but they never count that as a trophy. So yeah, I won absolutely rubbish. Nothing. You see, very, very mediocre stats for a single season. But yeah, this Bellingham guy, I moved him. You can see Valverde also. The thing about me is that I like using for my former managers in my first club. If they're successful in that club to an extent, and I'm in another club and I need another coach, yeah, I'll do that. Like Avocat, I didn't like him anymore, so I sacked him, and all the fans were like, "What's wrong with you, bitch?" So they just all hated me. So I just put in Valverde. As you can see, he was even the most successful manager with the points. Longest winning streak was 9. Unbeaten streak was 4. So like, yeah, Bellingham was a good player for me. He was just there in the midfield holding. And now we come to Porto. I only lost 3 times in Porto. 3 in comparison to PSV Eindhoven. I only look at that, the best stats ever. I just knew I had become My highest goal scorer was obviously Guri. When I saw him as a free agent, he was like 78 rated, and I was like, you know what? Why don't I just sign him? I'll show you my transfer news for. Well, I couldn't show you the ones of the other ones, but I'm in the current club now, so I can only show you the transfer of. Wait. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So basically, highest attendance was against Universitario, surprisingly. Then Portimonense was my highest win. My biggest loss was to Benfica. Highest goal scorer was Guri, and he became the highest goal scorer in the league. Highest goals, and look at that, least goals conceded. Highest appearances was Traore. He also served well. Garcia was my record longest serving manager. I sacked the manager that was in the club when I just joined. I sacked him immediately. I saw Garcia was in Leipzig. I was like, this is the first manager I ever employed, bruh. Let me just hit you up, bruh. And then, things where it started slow. And yeah, look at that, Herrero, most successful. That was the manager that came before Garcia, but it is what it is. And record winning streak was 12, beating streak was 7. Like I actually accomplished that to a T. My high record sign was Villar Libre. I moved him from Roma to PSV, and now I moved into Porto. He's gonna stay here for a while. Soria was my biggest sale. I really don't care. So basically my best stats are with Porto, and yeah, my most expensive signings still remain Roma, obviously, because it's Roma. Longest serving manager is actually Garcia in Roma. Is it true? Let me check that. Exactly. In Roma and in Porto, it's actually good, man. Like, yeah. And yeah, I'm so happy for this. Now, why I brought you all up for this is because I'm leaving the club, bruh. Like, they've given me a new contract and all, but yeah, I'm not gonna stay in the club where one of my best players is retiring. I'm not gonna do that, bruh. I mean, look at the team. I'll show you the transfer news first. Look at the team. Look at that. Best player, Bet Guri. Look at that. He's now 25 years old. He was 24. Look at that. I don't think I signed Traore. Crive, I did sign him. Calabria signed him. I think I signed Hickey. I think I signed Vacanio. Oh man, all just stats from last season is gone, bruh. Oh no, bruh. Bet. So I can show you all the players I generally brought in. I can remember them. First, let me go to under 3. Brought Hammer, brought Brown, brought Brownhill, brought Gleisen, brought Garcia, in fact, I brought everybody here. Then first team squad, Guri, I brought him. Crive, I brought him. Calabria, brought him. Courtois, Maldini, Kouassi, Rollheiser, Walker Peters, Barreiros. No, I didn't bring Barreiros. I didn't bring Dyer. I brought Alchiche. I brought in Lago Pontes. I brought, as I said, Villa Libre. I brought in Silveira Salva. I brought in De Almeida. He's the best player in Braga at the time, and I just poached him. I didn't even play that much. I'm kind of a bitch. Anyways, I signed in Dunbar in January because I needed more strikers. Cardozo was a loanee. And yeah, another loanee was Diego, as I've been praising him. Unfortunately, is there any news about... Yeah, he's a free agent now. Oh, shit. He signed a new contract. That ain't good. But I called you all here because, yeah, just enjoy Club Soccer Director if you are a football or soccer fan. By football, I mean like FIFA stuff. Nonetheless, yeah, man, Club Soccer Director is the way to go. I'm signing with Spartak Moscow. Long ball. Ew, disgusting. I love playing like the passing because, well, it's giving me success. But nonetheless, yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, the contract looks similar to what I would have earned, so I'm signing with them. The only problem about going to this league is that I don't have freedom to sign any type of player. I have to have only 10 foreign players in my team, and the rest have to be like from that country. I hate teams like that, but I feel like it's time for me to move from Portugal. These guys, I think did they win the league? I think they won the league, bro. I think they won the league, but nonetheless, yeah, I think I want to sign Diego Alchiche. get rid of all the other guys. Yeah, but it is what it is. Thanks. Look at the club soccer director. Download it on Google Play Store. Just you can even type CSD 21. Thank you. God bless.